Hello and welcome to today's video. Today I'll be creating HSL line 611 which runs from Rautentori in Helsinki to Tikkurila in Vantaa. And before I start creating the line, I will create a new platform for the stops on the 600 lines and 700 lines, and it will be located right here. So I will just help the congestion here in the Rautentori area just a bit. There we go. Yeah, this one should help the congestion a bit. There we go, let's build it. So let's go to lines. It's called line 611, and I have never gotten this far in creating the Helsinki lines, so we're on something new here. Still the ordinary rules apply. It's a 3.5 euro, dollar, whatever, line. Stops there, starts there, and then let's see. The first stop on the line is Hakaniemi, so it actually passes the most important stops. And the following stops are Haapaniemi, and Sörnäinen. And after that we stop at Vallan Kirjasto. So line 611 goes through the Tuusulan Väylä area. And then we stop at Hattulantie and at Mäkelänrinne and at Velodromi and at Koskelantie. After that we stop at Käpylänaukio and then at Käpylä station. Okay, so we're moving on. Great. Let's see. The following stop is called Käskynhaltiantie, and I will try to find that on the Swedish-speaking map. So Käskynhaltiantie, Statholleväin will be the following stop. I will I will place it slightly past the real stop because of making things easier. There we go. And after Käskynhaltiantie, we will then stop at Muurimestarintie. Which is in the next big junction called Muurimestaväin. So, what was it? Muurimestarintie, Muurimestaväin. There we go. And end. So this line really pushes the Tuusulan väylä into action. After Muodimestarintie, we're gonna stop at Yhdyskunnantie, which is no longer on the So the following stop is called Yhdyskunnantie, and it's gonna be on the city road. Let's delete the station and let's merge it with the come on, let's merge it with the closest stop. We are gonna stop there. This is one of the stops at Yhdyskunnantie, and that's the way it is. Then let's add a couple of road. Oops, what happened there? There we go. So that's the following Yhdyskunnantie stop. But before we get there, we're gonna need some country roads to take us home. And there we go. And then we're gonna need the city road. And we're actually gonna need the ramp from here. To merge over there. And then a ramp from over here. Oops. So there we go. And okay, it seems like we're gonna need a tunnel. It should have been a bridge, but never mind about that. There we go. And then we're gonna build a double. No, we're not gonna build a double. Oops. So one-way track into here. There we go. And then we're going to need to build some signals into all of this. Then let's see. what is that? There we go. So a ramp it is. Then we're going to need a signal over there, and we're going to need a signal over there, and then we're going to need to finish the roundabout, and then we're going to need signal over there and one over there. And then let's place these signals over here and over there. Then let's signal this power thread, which is currently not being used by any bus line. It just has to be built in order to make this shit fixed. There we go. And then we're gonna need a couple of signals over here in order to just finalize this ramp. And there we go. After Yhdyskunnantie, we're gonna stop at, let's see. Tuomarinkyläntie. Domarbyväin. Which is going to be located over here. There we go. And after Tuomarinkyläntie, we're gonna have a stop at Tapaninkyläntie, which already exists. So now we just have to create the road from here. And then cross the river on a bridge. And there we go. Let's go back to ground level. And there we go. Oops. Oops. And then let's build the blueprints for this section and then go back to lines. So, I stop at Käskynhaltijantie, at Muodimestarintie, Yhdyskunnantie, at Tuomarinkyläntie, and at Tapaninkyläntie. then we're gonna stop. Well, let's just push a stop in there. But then we're gonna stop at peltohiirenti. There we go. Let's move the signals a bit. There we go. Let's go back to lines. And stop at peltohiirenti. At peltohiiren kuja. At Niemitie. At Peltokyläntie. At Kytöpolku. At Siltamäen ostoskeskus. At Siltamäki. At Kiertoähden kuja. At Häräntie. At Revontulentie. At Vaskipellontie. At Hannukselan polku. At Böstaksentie. And then let's see. Then we're gonna stop at Suutarilantie. So we're gonna take the ramp from here, and we're actually gonna need to build our way to the ramp over there. And this means we're actually gonna need to build our way from the ramp over there. Let's build these blueprints, and let's go back to lines and stop at Suutarilantie. And then we're gonna stop at Tikkuritie. Then let's see. And the following stop is called Amuruskontie. And that is not on the ring road, so let's see. Amuruskontie Morgonrådevägen is gonna be over there. So Amuruskontie Morgonrådevägen is gonna be over here. Oops. And there we go. And let's just add the traffic over there, and then let's just connect it through there and through there. That's it. Let's build this section just to make sure. Yeah, so that was Amuruskontie. And after Amuruskontie, there will be a one-way stop. On the other side of the bridge, I will create that stop too. So it's called Kaislaranta Sevstranden. There we go. I'm glad I created it. Kaisla is a very, very beautiful name. Then let's build a bridge above the river. There we go. Funny bridge. It was. There we go. Whoops. So that's Kaislaranta. And the following stop will be called Orvokkikuja, and that should already exist. So yeah, it does already exist. So then let's just build a road through here and then turn right. That's it. And that will probably be the end of this line. So there we are. Let's build the blueprints and let's go to lines. And stop at Alboruskantie, at Kaisranta, at Orvokkikuja, at Neilikkatie, at Vehkapolku. Sorry about that. And finally at Tikkurila. And then let's go back. Then let's just go back home. This line has done its course. Sorry about that. Oh, no, stop. No stop at Kimmontie. It's a tram stop over there. The Rautalammintie stop over here will actually be deleted in the renovations undergoing currently. And there we go. The line is ready. And then let's have a look at the timetable. Mm-hmm. Around 15 minutes is the correct interval. So let's go to the around 15 minutes interval. Be that one. Let's clonish. We're up to 978. So around 15 minutes it is. So we're gonna have to purchase a couple of more buses in order to run this line successfully, and I think a couple of more buses will be. Oops. Couple of more buses will be needed for this. Several buses will be needed for this. Still several buses will be needed for this. One more, I think. Yeah, that's it. So, roads have been built, lines have been created, buses have been bought, and everything is up and running. there will be a new video tomorrow. So until then, bye.